Hey doers, my name is Pat VC and on my channel I help you identify the starting point of prosperity and holistic wealth within the 7 wealth stages of life. And today's topic is part of a stage called Invest to Grow Wealth. Despite the conventional belief that wealth is all about money, I want to refute it with 5 vital areas where you should focus on and invest your time in growing your wealth. But before we get started, can I ask you something? What does wealth mean to you? In my experience, when people ask me, "How was your weekend?" or "How are you?" most of them can't believe in my daily self-discipline and that I spend a lot of time on building a brand, improving finances and expanding investments. In fact, many of them think that I'm literally obsessed only with money. But they are wrong, and you know why? Because their limiting belief is that wealth is all about money. And unfortunately, this is what we were naturally taught when we hear the term wealth. But wealth to me is a set of things. It can be a wealth of energy, opportunities, knowledge, a wealth of followers on social media, subscribers, a wealth of mentors, supporters, or wealth of love and happiness. You see, it is not only about money, but most importantly, wealth of these things appears through several areas of your life, which ultimately creates holistic wealth. With this purpose in mind, let's talk about the 5 most vital areas where you should invest your time in building holistic wealth. Area number 1, physical wealth. As physical wealth in the economy and household, you can hear that it consists of furniture, automobile, property, and all material tangible goods. But the meaning of physical wealth within holistic wealth is your health and well-being. And it's necessary to talk about it first because it overarches all other areas. Listen, you can't be productive, goal-driven, and successful if you lack physical vitality. Because when you neglect to feed your body and brain with high-quality fuel, it will cause health issues such as mental fatigue, trouble sleeping, daily stress, and even worse illnesses. So what can you do to thrive your physical wealth? Let me give you my recommendation. During my experience, I found a strong correlation within these elements. First, wake up before or with the sun. Second, drink a glass of water immediately after waking up. Then, meditation and exercise before breakfast. Breakfast together with dark chocolate and fruit. Eat lunch when everyone else eats breakfast. Keep 4 meals per day. Practice mindfulness during the day. Read 3 books a day at 20-minute intervals. And do not touch any electronic devices at least 1 hour before sleep. As you can see, I've built my physical wealth building phase over many years. So yours may be different, but always keep in mind that without physical wealth, you can't prosper in another area. Because physical wealth is significantly correlated with the following area. Area number 2, mental wealth. For me, mental wealth is identical with highly performing skills. You may even find that mental skills or also psychological skills are tools for your mind. I call it elite skills, which are high-performing skills that bring mental wealth. Besides, mental wealth enables you to motivate yourself to live a better life. And it all depends on your mental type of personality. But let me warn you about something. When the body and mind aren't synchronized, it causes mental illness. And if you do not maintain your mental wealth with caution, you might end up with mental problems. And the most common problem is mental fatigue. I'm sure you are nodding your head now, as you know what I'm talking about. Because if you require your brain to do too much, such as multitasking, your brain might sooner or later tax you. So, in order to thrive in your mental wealth, do all things that I described in the physical wealth area, plus try the following elements that work well for me. First, plan ahead to avoid pitfalls and stressful situations. Second, script your calendar and book time for your urgent tasks. Then, create a day around your energy level. It means you might be productive from 9 to 11 or 2 to 4. So move urgent tasks or meetings within this time slot. Next, take breaks and rest during the day. For example, I rest around 4 p.m. And last, one biggest secret gem that I want to recommend is learning how to say no. I talk about it in the video 3 personal weaknesses that could hinder your wealth mindset. Area number 3, emotional wealth. Let me ask you a question. What is your why? Any purpose in your life? Do you want to prosper and achieve social status? Or simply, what are the moments when you feel happiness? If you are obvious with the answers, it means you should be in good shape with emotional wealth. And when you know what you want in your life, you are emotionally healthy because your emotions are within your control. In fact, each person is unique. Also, each of us has different needs, dreams, goals, and targets. But that's absolutely okay. For that reason, I speak about topics on how to develop a wealth mindset in the first stage within the 7 wealth stages of life. And it is simple. You have to put a lot of effort to find someone who emotionally resonates with you and will help you build your wealth mindset. In addition, it can be by reading self-improvement, how to succeed books or biographies of wealthy people. Remember what Napoleon Hill said, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Because when you are emotionally healthy, you fulfill your basic needs. And then you feed your mind with enabling beliefs to achieve prosperity, which leads me to another vital area. Area number 4, financial wealth. Everyone was taught that wealth equals money, wealth equals your net worth, and so on. Listen, I created the Path VC brand to help you identify the starting point toward prosperity and holistic wealth. At the beginning, I was convinced that to achieve this status, it is enough to talk and write only about passion for success, finances, investments, and money. And while I've been studying successful CEOs, ultra-rich people, and having mentors, I realized that this was not the only direction toward holistic wealth. Certainly, financial wealth is a crucial area to achieve early retirement and live an abundant life. And to experience an abundant life, this is not an insurmountable obstacle. Quite the opposite. Look, you can't simply shrug off your responsibility for your money management, investments, and the overall area of financial wealth. Because financial wealth includes mastering your spending, savings rate, budgeting, financial literacy, investing, keeping money, and multiplying it. That's the right financial well-being mindset, and it's your responsibility to withstand all challenges along the way. And if you do, you won't be worried about money anymore. You will have financial wealth with multiple flows of income. And this way, you buy your time, because time is one of the rarest things you have. Would you agree? Most importantly, success must be your duty to take care of your family, which leads me to the 5th and today's last area of wealth: to invest your time. Area number 5, familial wealth. For me, I include in this area relationship, happiness, and love. Now, I want you to flash back your childhood, to resurrect your family's warming environment. I perceive that some of you might not have experienced it, but I want to give you this example as a starting point for what familial wealth actually means. Remember that family is like a tree. Once you've grown, you follow your own path, which represents one branch. However, the roots remain unconditionally the same. Simply said, familial bonds are very strong. For example, I grew up in a middle-class family and my parents never taught me about money, investment or entrepreneurship. But they've given me a lot of love and happiness that are unforgettable moments until today. They taught me what it is to love and support someone unconditionally within the inner family circle. For that reason, if you have or haven't yet had a loving family, ingrain this area within your subconscious mind and work toward it. Because it is an indescribable moment to be surrounded by those who love you, especially those whom you share your household and spend most of your time with. After all, it is the familial wealth of love, happiness, joy, warmth, reciprocal understanding, knowing that somebody is there when you feel down and want to cry on someone's shoulder. And ultimately, it is a wealth of understanding each mistake, communication, and solving every problem that comes along the way. Remember that sincerity plays a vital role, and it is the primary ingredient to building familial wealth. To conclude this video, everybody can achieve attainable wealth within these areas. In fact, there are 3 more areas that complete holistic wealth, but your first focus should be in these 5 areas. Now, remember the following truthfulness. It takes decades to understand, learn, and find many answers from your mentors about what true wealth is really about. It is a whole life voyage toward your destination. Would you agree? Now tell us, what does wealth mean to you? Maybe you try to find starting point of your life toward prosperity, wealth, and success. If so, leave us a comment and let us help you. And as a reminder, duly pat the like button to give our video more exposure, support, and love from the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe together with the bell notification, because every week you will receive one strategy that will help you identify your starting point within the 7 wealth stages of life. Because I invite you to become a doer, and I want you to build holistic wealth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.